Hello, and welcome to this coffee break course from the University of Wisconsin-Superior Continuing Education. I'm Allison Garver, and I'm the Assistant Director of Student Involvement at UW-Superior. In this role, I manage multiple events and projects. Outside of work, I do my best to manage a household as well as set and achieve personal goals. Keeping everything organized has led me on a quest to find the best planner for my never-ending to-do list. That's how I stumbled upon the bullet journal, or bujo for short. Today, I'm going to teach you how to set up your own bullet journal with just a notebook and a pen. Give it a try, and you might also find yourself becoming more productive. I want to start with this quote by bullet journal creator Ryder Carroll. The bullet journal method is a mindfulness practice disguised as a productivity system. I found that the more I write down and keep track of my tasks and ideas, the more I'm able to distinguish the important tasks that keep me productive from the unimportant tasks that just keep me busy. So, what is a bullet journal? A bullet journal is an analog system that combines a calendar, a planner, and a journal into one system. It was developed by Ryder Carroll, and he says he created it as a system to help him track the past, organize the present, and plan for the future. Many people have found bullet journaling to be a great way to stay organized in a creative and personal way. Even though today there are so many apps and digital systems available to us, there are a number of benefits to writing your to-do list out by hand. These include the reduction of stress, increased creativity, and greater memory recall of what you have written. So to get started, all you really need is a notebook and pen. You can choose any style notebook you like, although many bullet journals use dotted grid paper. Once you get the hang of the system and want to get more creative with it, you can use all kinds of craft supplies like highlighters, colored pens and pencils, washi tape, stickers, or stamps. First, I'm going to go over a few of the techniques that make bullet journaling unique and highly effective. The first is symbols. Symbols are how you categorize information and keep it organized. You can make your own key, you could use color coding, and you can also find several examples online. Here's one example that I found on the Tiny Life website. Common symbols that are used are a dot or bullet for a task, a circle for an event, and a dash for notes. You can also use signifiers such as a star or an exclamation point for something that's really important. Another technique used by bullet journaling is rapid logging. This is a short and simple way to quickly jot down information. Take a look at the screen. Here are some examples of what this might look like in a bullet journal. Notice how the same information is written, but using the symbols and the shorthand reduces the content by more than 50%. Next, I'll highlight the different types of pages you will want to have in your bullet journal. This is an overview of the different core collections, also known as spreads, that you'll have in your journal. The index is your table of contents. It's located at the front of your journal. Save at least 4 pages for this. The index will help you quickly find what you're looking for in your journal. As you add new collections or spreads, you will number the pages and then add those to this index. Don't worry about having to save a certain number of pages ahead of time for each collection. You're just going to number the pages and then add those when you're done. After the index, you will create a future log. This is a snapshot of the year ahead, allowing you to look at important dates or events at a glance. It's your Save the Date section. Use 2 pages for the upcoming year or 6 months at a time. As you plan each month, you are going to go back and review this future log and migrate any important dates into your monthly log. Next is your monthly log. Your monthly log is a more zoomed in version of the future log. Your calendar will have more specific events, and you may also want to add a monthly task or goals page of items you hope to accomplish during the month. It's not recommended to plan out future months ahead of time. Any items that you would want to put on those future months should actually go on the future log page. After the monthly log, you'll create your daily or weekly log, depending on your preference. This is the spread that you're going to use on a daily basis. You might want to create or update it every morning or the night before, depending on when you plan. Like with the monthly log, you don't want to create future daily or weekly logs too far ahead of time. You're going to add or update items throughout the day using that rapid logging technique to jot down tasks, events, or notes from your day. If you do come across future tasks, jot them down in your daily log. Note them with a symbol for you to move to an appropriate day later on. The final piece to bullet journaling is keeping it up to date on a regular basis, such as the end of each day, week, and month. You'll want to review the items in your logs. Using a process called migration, you are going to move items to their next appropriate collection. For example, a task you didn't finish today that needs to get moved to tomorrow or another day this week. Or a book recommendation you received, you might want to move to a page that you have for books to read. A common symbol to indicate a task has been moved forward is the greater than or forward arrow. Reflection is also important during this process. You should ask yourself if the item is still relevant, important, or meaningful before you move it forward. You will also want to check your future log to see if any tasks or events listed there have become current. Migrate those entries into your new monthly, weekly, or daily log. And those are the basics to creating and maintaining your bullet journal. Now here's the fun part. You can customize your bullet journal and make as many different pages and spreads as you want to keep yourself organized. Here are just some of the fun ways that people use their bullet journals. You could create bucket lists, reminders, self-care schedules, habit trackers. You can use it for budgeting, keeping track of savings or the debt that you're paying off, making shopping lists or meal plans, or items to read, movies to watch. Here's a few more examples. And Pinterest is a great place to look for inspiration. So while it may be easy to start a bullet journal, it's not always as easy to keep the system going long enough to make it a habit. So what are some tips? Setting aside time each week and each month to set your journal up. Think of it as a self-care ritual instead of a chore. Get inspired by creating a couple filler pages of things that are of interest to you. Maybe try out a new way to lay out your daily log or your weekly log. And above all, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate this process with fancy designs. Although they're fun and creative, and I love looking at them, sometimes it can feel like it's just an extra project when all a bullet journal needs to do is keep you organized. And finally, I just want to leave you with a few resources if you are interested in learning more about bullet journaling. Be sure to check out the official bullet journal website, bulletjournal.com. They do have a book out now that really breaks everything down and goes into more detail on just productivity. And there are also a couple blogs here that do a great job on breaking down the process. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy creating and using your bullet journal. Thanks.